Here are a few other things that I'm going to show you that are some features on this camera and on a lot of other cameras. Cameras are all a little bit different, but there's a lot of cameras that are pretty much universal where you'll find certain things, and this is pretty universal at like other cameras. So I'm going to show you a couple different things. This here is where you will play around with the focus. And how do we do focus? Basically, what you have to do is, you'll find your spot where you're shooting from, and then what you'll do is zoom in all the way. Say it's a person, you zoom in all the way on a person, all the way in the object. If it's a person, go for their eyebrows, especially if you're doing an interview. Why the eyebrows? Because the eyebrows are very detailed. When you think about how detailed and fine eyebrow hair is, if you can get focus on that, you could get focus on anything. So what you'll do is you zoom in absolutely all the way into them, then turn that knob like I told you, okay? And then until you get a clear picture, and then you zoom out to the desired shot that you want. That can be a person, that can be an object, a place, whatever. That's how you do that. You're learning to be professionals, and professionals use what we call manual settings. So that's what we will be going by. That's the real world, and that's why I'm here to teach you that. So, next thing that we can do here is show you a couple of other things that will go into more detail. What I'm seeing right now. So, how do we get to certain things like autofocus or manual focus? I know it's a little hard to find here, but if we go over here, there's an AF/MF, that's autofocus, manual focus, and this is full auto. Full auto deals with what we call white balance, exposure, things of that nature. Like I said, you're in Broadcast Journalism 1. This is something that's probably been taught earlier, but the professionals do not use auto anything. So that's how you change that. So the A for auto or manual focus, AF/MF, and it will pop up in your viewfinder. And then on the full auto, you will see a change in the bottom right corner. You'll see like these numbers like 6200K, F5, 0 dBs. These are all talking about exposure and stuff. When you see those are up there on the bottom right corner, you know you are in manual exposure, manual white balance. And one other thing we talked about, I showed you in there, there's also the neutral density filter. This is used for when we go outside. Okay, it is strictly for outside, because what it is neutral density filter is like a set of sunglasses for the camera. Okay, the sun is a wonderful thing, but sometimes it can really wreak havoc with your video. And if your video is not properly exposed, doesn't show the right color, actually it can. If you go outside, you don't turn the neutral density filter on, what it can do is it can make everything look blue. We don't like blue video, okay? Blue video is bad, okay? That's why, what does it do? It says, okay, the colors are the colors they're supposed to be. So if you're looking at something that's like fire engine red, you're shooting something fire engine red, it looks fire engine red, okay? It doesn't look maroon, okay? And that could very easily happen if your exposure and your white balance is not correct. Now I will go into the white balance process later, but that's what those buttons deal with. And specifically the neutral density filter is, like I said, sunglasses for the camera, saying, okay, I am outside, I know I have to turn this on. Now it all depends. On these cameras there's only two settings, well, three technically: off, and then 1/4 and 1/16. You keep the neutral density filter off when you're inside because you don't need it. When you're outside on a somewhat sunny day. It all depends. It might be a little partly cloudy, a little cloudy. You may want to do that. Also, things that can affect that are cover. Like right now, I'm in my backyard. I have a lot of trees. Okay, so that can impact it as well with sun and cloud cover. But if it's like a really sunny day, you're going to be throwing that camera on 1/16. Okay, you're out on campus. It's a real sunny day. You make sure your camera's on 1/16. All right.